died or survived. Once the patient dies, you see the tree ends there. This is the what mode? Terminal node. Yes. So now, if the patient survives, what are the chances, what are the probabilities the patient can have? The patient can experience ATX's nephrotoxicity. Okay? I have placed right there only, so I have mentioned it as ATX, nephrotoxicity. So now, why nephrotoxicity between these two drugs? So it's already known that these two drugs, choline or sulfacetamide, can cause a considerable amount of nephrotoxicity. It's very much visible. Just by giving one dose of either of these drugs, the patient lands up into renal toxicity, your GFR comes down, and the urea creatinine goes very, very high. So it is a very well-known fact. So we are using that as one of the common outcomes. Okay? So now, if the patient has nephrotoxicity, again, it can be two options, right? One is survived but they didn't have nephrotoxicity. One is they survived but now they have a complication, nephrotoxicity. Now what happens there? You can treat the nephrotoxicity by using RRTs. What is RRT? Renal replacement therapy. Can you give an example of that? Renal replacement therapy? How do you treat nephrotoxicity? How do you treat CKD? Dialysis. The renal replacement therapy most commonly is nothing but your dialysis. Okay? So now when the patient has nephrotoxicity, I can choose to treat it by giving renal replacement therapy. Or I can choose not to give any RRTs because the patient may not tolerate it. So no dialysis. I just leave the patient as such and see if the patient improves or not, because I cannot give hemodialysis or peritoneal dialysis for that patient, that particular condition. Now, if I give dialysis, again the patient can survive or the patient can die. That becomes the end of that particular solution. Similarly, if you don't give RRT, again the patient can die or survive. Okay. Finally, here if you see the patient without nephrotoxicity, again the terminal node is the patient can die or survive. Okay. So similar, same structure applies to your polycystic group also. So now we have to develop this decision tree initially, because I know what is this infection, what is the course of infection, what happens to the patients. Easily I can develop this decision tree model. Okay. For example, if you take another condition, take hypertension. Very simple, right? Patient has hypertension. We know the age of the patient. We'll keep it as 35 years. Okay? Young adult patient, 35 years, has hypertension. You have two options. Which is the first drug of choice for hypertension? Inhibitors. ARBs. CCDs. Beta blockers. We start with beta blockers. Which is beta blocker? That is good. Sure. 35-year-old patient, no other comorbidities, perfectly fine, only newly diagnosed hypertension. What is your options? You can either give atenolol or maybe one of the ACEs or ARS. So now what will you check there? any other side effects. Then next what happens? The patient may be discharged. Patient may again continue to stay in the hospital. So you have to input probabilities. Okay. So now in this decision tree, can you observe these things? Below every chance node, there is something called P, death severity, P survival severity. So there is something P here. This P is nothing but probability. Okay. So what are we going to do once we have developed this decision tree? We input our probabilities. So where did I get all these probabilities? Can you move a little left? Same image left. That box. Can you see these values? Right? Number of values you see here. These are what I have inputted into the model. Okay? You have costs, you have probabilities, you have qualities. So where did I get this data? Okay? This data I have received from one of the systematic reviews. Okay? So I myself conducted a systematic review from articles which compared these two drugs, polymyxin and cetrazole avibactam. So I collected all those articles which have compared these two drugs and which have given these probabilities and qualities. You need these two to input. So I did a systematic review to get all these probabilities and finally this base case cost effectiveness analysis. When 555 rupees extra, you will get 0.25 quality adjusted life years. You're going to gain an extra of 0.25 quality if you pay 81,555. For which drug? Ceftriaxone avibactam. Okay? So now what you have to see from this ICER? Whether this amount 81,555 is under your willingness to pay threshold. So this is your ICER. Incremental cost effectiveness ratio is 3,29,823. That is your final incremental CER. Now this is what you have to compare with your willingness to pay. Okay? The model when you run, see, this is Indian guidelines, this 4 guidelines. If it is within 3,50,000, the alternative is cost effective. Okay? This is cost effectiveness claim. You learned about it, right? Cost effectiveness claim. There are 4 quadrants in a cost effectiveness claim. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Northwest, northeast, southeast, and southwest. Okay? So now if you see, if your regimen is falling under northeast quadrant, it means it is cost effectiveness, but you are also paying more. So if you see X and Y axis, your X axis is incremental effectiveness, Y axis is cost. So your regimen is falling on the right side. That means what? Effectiveness is also high. Your cost is also high. Right? Considerably high. But it is lying between this line. If it is below this WP threshold, okay, this is the threshold. If it is below that line, it is cost effective. Okay? If at all this regimen, if it was here, then it is not cost effectiveness. It is only highly costly. Effectiveness is not comparable. But because our regimen lied below this line of threshold, 3,50,000, that is why our regimen is cost effectiveness. Okay? What if it lies here? Left side. What if your regimen or the choice of drug lies in the northwest quadrant? It is costly and less effective. Will you choose that? No. Because it is costly, it is not giving you any benefit. So we don't want it to come in the left quadrant. What about this southwest? Less costly, less effective. That also you wouldn't want to choose. When it comes to this southeast quadrant, less costly, southeast or the northeast quadrant. Okay, ideally it should be in southeast because it is less costly, more effective. You want to choose. So this is another result from the model cost effectiveness acceptability curve. Okay, so what does this curve show? If you keep iterating across many values, so this curve has to mainly lie below the line of threshold. Okay, so here you can see that most part of the curve is below the WPP threshold. That means it is ideally cost effectiveness. So here if you see the increasing values, 3,50,000, and your regimen is well within the threshold. It is actually falling just below the threshold value. Okay, so that also increase your subparametric area factor. Okay, this is one important thing you need to know. Okay, this is called the Pharm Edu diagram. Okay, so when you tell model and running the model, what we do is whatever number of patients we have, the real world data. Imagine I did the study 100 patients. If I develop a model and I simulate the model, I can run it into simulations of 10,000 patients. Okay? So you have software, I will show you the software later. So the software will run the model and it will sensitize the model to 10,000 or 20,000 iterations. How much you wish for. Okay? So this 100 sample, it will simulate to 10,000 samples in ideal conditions. So then it will tell, even in 10,000 samples, is it cost effectiveness? Because I have done the study only in 100 patients. So in the future, if I get different patients, so will it be the same even for 200 patients? Is it going to be the same? Is it going to be cost effective or not? So for that we use a software and we run the model. We simulate it to higher numbers. If we did a study for 100 patients, I can extrapolate it to 10,000 patients and still I will see whether the model is sensitive or not. That's why we do a sensitivity analysis. Whether my results are sensitive across different variables. Right? So when you do that, you can find out which are those parameters which are actually contributing to your entire result. Okay? You see here your quality of surface area background. That is one of the variable which is contributing to your result, ICR result. The next highest is the cost. Okay, the cost and qualities are which are actually contributing more to your ICR value. So now what you have to do when you find out which are the parameters, now I have to check. Is the cost of surface area background going to change in the recent future? Right? Is it going to change much in the recent future? If not, then yes, your ICR value will remain somewhat consistent. You can use that result, apply for your future patients. But if the cost is going to change too much, it is going to vary a lot in the recent future, then your ICR might change and the result you have got may not be applicable for your next patient. Right? That's why when you do a sensitivity analysis, you need to check which is the variable which is contributing to the ICR result, whether that variable will change in the future, will change too much or too less in the future, and is my result reliable or not. That is what we take from the sensitivity analysis. Okay? So this is called two-way sensitivity analysis, and this is for both sulfasalate versus polymixin, which are the variables that are actually affecting. So here again, the quality of the sulfasalate inhibitor is the one that is affecting the ICR result. So you need to see whether the qualities are changing. You can compare with other observational studies whether the quality is similar or changing. Then you can rely upon the ICR result and choose whether this drug is going to be cost effectiveness throughout your 5-year time horizon. Can I apply that for next patient also? That is your sensitivity analysis. Alright. So when we ran the model, we saw that 3,29,000 something, right? Which is not giving the same result. Is it going to remain cost effectiveness? Yes, it is remaining cost effective across various iterations. Okay? And net monetary benefit also shows positive value. Okay? This is the conclusion. Cephalosporin avibactam is cost effective compared to colchicine. Okay? Similarly, you can conduct economic analysis for any of the research problem you take. If you have two choices when you don't know whether I can choose drug A or drug B, one is very expensive but it is showing good results, but should I be affording so much to get that good result? Then you yourself can run a cost effectiveness analysis and find out how much I am paying to get what extra benefit. Is it another threshold? If you analyze this much, yes, to have a result of cost effectiveness analysis. Okay? So, any questions so far? Any questions you have? No questions. Everything went above the head? Right? Very good. Just before we wind up, I'll just show you the software that I used to develop this decision tree. So that in future, if you want to work on any of these economic models, you can choose to use that software. I'll just show you quickly how to use the software. So this is the software. It's Create Pro. It's available online. You can just Google the software. Create Pro. Okay, last 5 minutes. This is the software, Create Pro. As soon as you enter this software, you have an option. If you can develop the decision tree. Okay? So here you have an option to develop a decision tree. You can see that there is a decision node, right? The blue color box. So if you just double click on that, you will get 2 chance nodes. Imagine you have 4 options for the same thing. Just double click again, you get 3 options. Then you go to this chance node, green color circles, double click on that, you get further subtrees. Okay? So now if you have this as a decision tree, I will make this as a terminal node just for your example. terminal node looks red in color. Blue is the decision node, green is the chance node, red is the terminal node. So now once you have the tree diagram, what should you do is you need to enter the values. Okay? So here you have an option to enter the cost, probabilities and all those things. So what you can do is, you can label all these options, right? You can just name those chance nodes, decision nodes as probabilities for that particular event. And then you have an option where you can add variables. The extension is not working that well. If needed, I can share a tutorial video. So you have an option to add variables, cost, probabilities or the events. So what the software does, you just give all these values, develop your decision tree. One thing is, when you are telling, there are two options, right? Now, decision, option A, option B. Probabilities, when you add up, it should come to 1. Okay? When you sum up the probabilities, it should be equal to 1. So every chance node, every option you take up, when it is dividing, all the sum of probabilities should be 1. Okay? So once you give all these values to the variables, you have one rollback analysis. If you just click on that rollback, automatically your decision tree will change with all the values and it will give you one highlight. It will show green line on your decision node. Okay? Those two triangular shape is there, right? So it will show a green line here. If it shows a green line, that is the more cost effective ratio. Okay, just you have to develop the tree, input your costs and probabilities, run the rollback analysis. Automatically your software will give you which is cost effective, which is less cost effective. And then you have many more options like what the graphs I showed you, cost effectiveness claim, acceptability curve, threshold line, all those things you get on the software very easy. So there is a 14-day trial version for students. You can choose that option. Just give your mail ID and phone number. You will get a serial number of software to email. You can use this for 14 days. You can run all the analysis. You cannot download the graph. This is not allowed for application, but you can try to run these softwares. And 3H Pro is the software which I use for this analysis. If you want further tutorial for this, you can ask me personally. I can send a video. Thank you. So just I want to tell a few words. I'm really grateful to Manoj sir for giving me this wonderful opportunity. Actually, he was my first guide for PhD. And this was a wonderful opportunity for me to speak in front of you. I hope you got something from this particular presentation. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. She was my student, scholar. She was my PhD scholar. How to pass?
Let us begin this memorable occasion with great enthusiasm and gratitude. To commence this session, now I welcome Principal Dr. Y. Raghavendra Inst, RIPER Anonymous. I welcome all the dignitaries, Dr. Y. Raghavendra Inst, RIPER Anonymous, Administrative Officer Dr. K. Ramakrishna Reddy Garu, Dr. K. Vinod Kumar Sir, Respected Principal SRIP, Respected Head Department of Council Practice, Dr. Manoj Sir, to come on to the stage. Now I request all the dignitaries on the stage to present token of appreciation for today's speakers. Now I welcome Dr. Achyut Krishna Sir, Senior Scientific Associate, HEVA, Sanofi, Bangalore, to come on the stage. I welcome Dr. Kavita Man, Clinical Trial Assistant, Diane Sagar University, Bangalore, to come on to the stage. Now, I would like to invite students, delegates to come onto the stage and give their valuable feedback, experiences, and valuable opinions.
Good evening to all respected dignitaries, and staff, participants, and everyone. Myself, Vinod. I am last year passed out with pharmacy batch and currently pursuing MBA in Healthcare Analytics from IHMR University, Jaipur. And coming to this conference, themes like artificial intelligence, data-driven decision making, precision medicine, predictive models, and will perfectly align to my current MBA course. Current and future is artificial intelligence. I am so happy to attend this conference and listening to speakers and getting impactful insights. I hope RIPER management will conduct many more sessions like this. It will create some opportunity for alumni like me to revisit RIPER College again and again. And congratulations to RIPER team for celebrating 25 years of their academic excellence. And thank you so much. Thank you so much for giving this opportunity to share few words of myself.
Thank you, Vinod. So, anyone?
Hello, good evening everyone. Firstly, congratulations to the RIPER for involving 25 years throughout this strategic academic journey. And coming to myself, I am Mena Harshvardhan Reddy. I am proud alumni of RIPER and I am currently pursuing my MBA in Healthcare Analytics at IHMR University, Jaipur. I am coming to this conference about 5th international about theme like HEVA, like Health Economic Outcome Research Based, which gives a powerful insights regarding various related fields, including the pharmacoeconomic session. And I also shared my work through the oral presentation, work entitled ABCPE analysis by prioritizing the high-risk, high-cost medicines by using various pharmacoeconomic models such as decision tree analysis and Markov model. And I am very happy and thankful to the RIPER and expert committee and all the organizers for the keeping platform such like this is for and everything to involve knowledge sharing, networking and learning sessions for the students and the professionals. Thank you. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you, Harsha, for your valuable feedback. Anyone? Good evening to the dignitaries, respectful faculty and students over here. My name is Previka. I am pursuing pharmaceutical management at Indian Institute of Management and Research at Bangalore currently. And today's theme is 5th International Health Economics Outcomes Research Conference is back. So basically, as a pharmaceutical management student, I mainly one of the key insights from this conference is future will be mainly focused on AI integration and mainly focused on the integration of AI, precision medicine and health economics. And one more key takeaway is that healthcare system mainly innovation will be successful, mainly will be focused on better patient outcomes, evidence-based and value-driven. And with this we can utilize resources allocation, optimization, and healthcare system will be improved for all cost effective. And thank you for this giving golden opportunity to the faculty, organizers, speakers, and ISPAR committee. And mainly, I am very happy coming back to RIPER as a alumni and sharing my enriching learning experience with you. And as I am very feeling more special coming back to RIPER on Super Jubilee celebrations on this conference. And thank you for this opportunity. Thank you once again. Thank you for your feedback. So, any other students or any other delegates?
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Kavya from East West College of Pharmacy, Bangalore. So, thank you, RIPER College, for conducting such a conference. It enhanced our knowledge on pharmacoeconomics and economic implementation. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other delegates? Please come forward to give your valuable feedback and also experiences.
Myself, Jackie. I'm a new joined from this college for informed pharmacy practice. And myself, going to tell some few thoughts which I have heard over here. As I see,
So, any other delegates, please come forward to share your feedback and also experiences. Okay, thank you. Now, I invite Dr. Naresh Sir, Head Department Pharmaceutical Analysis, to announce poster and oral presentations and followed by token of appreciation to evaluators.
Good afternoon to all. From the Scientific Committee of RIPER, it's my great honor to appreciate the effort of all the evaluators for both the overall presentation, overall poster presentations, and yesterday evening and also today morning also. So, on this regard, I request the evaluator to receive the appreciation certificate. So I request Dr. Raghavendra, Professor, Head Pharmacy Practice, Sridevi Institute of Pharmaceutical Sciences, to receive the evaluation certificate. Thank you, sir, for your effort during evaluation of both oral and personal evaluation. Now I request Dr. J. Chandra Patnapriya, Assistant Professor, Balaji College of Pharmacy. And thank you, ma'am, for evaluating the overall cost of presentation. Next, I request Dr. D. Saipira, Assistant Professor, East West College of Pharmacy. Thank you, Saipira, for evaluating the process. I request Dr. K. Vinod Kumar sir, Principal, SRH. Thank you, sir, patiently evaluating the course of education. I request Dr. A. Sudesh sir, Department of Pharmacology, RIPER. Thank you, sir, for evaluating the both oral and oral presentation. I request Dr. L. Sunil Kumar, Department of Pharmaceutics. Thank you, Sunil, for evaluating both oral and poster. It's the time to announce the oral and poster presentations. It's really tough to the evaluators to evaluate all your posters, why? Because completely you give the best you given. So, but it's the end of the time, we need to select some best posters, but all your winners only. So almost nearly we got 100 abstracts we got in both the oral and oral presentations. So top 3 we selected for both the oral and poster presentation, 3 for oral and 3 for poster presentation. Now I am announcing the top oral presentations. The code OP04. OP04 from IIM University, Jaipur, Rajasthan. Second best oral presentation, OP20. Jogipalli GR Pharmacy College, Hyderabad, covering JV. Third best oral presentation, OP06, Sri Siddhaganga College of Pharmacy, Turku. So followed by poster presentation. First poster presentation, PT09 from RIPER. Next best poster presentation, PP77, St. John's College of Pharmacy. Next poster, best poster presentation 07 from RIPER. Yes, 07 poster Divyanjali. B. Divyanjali. 09 Padma Singh. I request Sir Guide Sudhi Sir to take the notes. Both 7 and 9 Saramila Guide and 77 changes Canada Pharmacy. Thank you.
Now I invite Dr. Neelima Ma'am, Department of Pharmacy Practice, for vote of thanks.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the organizing committee of 5th International Health Economics and Outcome Research Conference, it's my privilege to extend a heartfelt vote of thanks. It's my honor to extend our deepest gratitude to the management of RIPER for their unwavering support and vision in hosting the 5th ISPA 2026 India Andhra Pradesh Regional Chapter. A special thanks to our beloved principal, Dr. Padma Reddy Garu, whose leadership and encouragement has been the cornerstone of this institute's success and the driving force behind the conference. We are equally grateful to our Vice Principal, Dr. Raghavendra Inst, who has contributed to the smooth conduct of this event. Heartfelt gratitude to our Academic Coordinator, Dr. K. Somsekhar Reddy Garu, and Administrative Officer, Dr. K. Ramakrishna Reddy Garu, for their meticulous coordination behind the scene has been instrumental in the smooth execution of this conference. I express our sincere thanks to our distinguished chief guest, Dr. Raghavendra Garu, for gracing the inauguration and inspiring words. We extend a special thanks to Dr. Muniandi Malaisam Garu, who emphasizes the importance of analytical frameworks for pharmacoeconomic evaluation in Indian healthcare settings. A heartfelt thanks to Dr. Raghavendra Garu, who highlighted the pivotal role of clinical pharmacists in translational and precision medicine. We appreciate Dr. Sumitra Gandhi Garu, who enlightened us on AI-driven innovation in healthcare technologies and clinical decision support. Our sincere thanks to Dr. Saraswati Garu, who shared valuable perspective on implementing pharmacogenomics-driven precision medicine and its economic challenges. We acknowledge Dr. Krishna Undela Garu, who provided deep insights into advanced methodological frameworks in health economics and outcome research. We thank Dr. Ravishankar Garu, who emphasizes the role of clinical pharmacists on the clinical flow in improving the quality of patient care. We are grateful to Dr. Achyut Krishna Garu, who demonstrated how artificial intelligence enhances the economic evaluation and real-world evidence. We thank Dr. Pravalika Satyanarayana Garu, who explained the integration of cost-effectiveness evidence into antimicrobial stewardship through decision tree modeling and implemented cost-effectiveness ratio. A total of 270 registered participants has been registered for the conference and 108 abstracts has been received. Our sincere thanks to the principals of different colleges like East West College of Pharmacy, Bengaluru, St. John's College of Pharmaceutical Sciences, Bengaluru, Siddhartha College of Pharmacy, Tumkur, JSS College of Pharmacy, Koti, MS Ramaiah University of Applied Sciences, Bengaluru, Balaji College of Pharmacy, Anandapur, Sridevi Institute of Pharmaceutical Sciences, Tumkur, Rajiv Gandhi University of Health Sciences, Bengaluru, JNU Anandapur and JNU Hyderabad, Indian Institute of Health Management Research University, Jaipur, Rajasthan, Chinnupati Indo-American School of Pharmacy, Narsaraopet, Andhra Pradesh. A special thanks to the evaluators of oral and poster presentation. We appreciate all the delegates for your active participation, insightful decisions, and contributions through oral and poster presentations. Your presence has made this gathering truly meaningful. Our sincere appreciation goes to the organizing secretaries, sales committee, scientific committee, network and IT committee, catering committee, and hospitality committee, and every student volunteer whose tireless effort ensured the execution of this ISPA 2026 conference. Together, our contribution reflects the spirit
गंगा उज्जल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
So dear delegates who are from different colleges, please collect the certificates in open auditorium. So our college students